Standard Western dragons are the most famous dragons popularized through movies and books. Adults are longer than 35 meters and weigh more than 40 tons. They have a reptilian head and body, 4 legs, 2 wings, and a long tail. They are most easily recognized by their green body and red wings. Western ice dragons are huge moving boulders that live in regions of low temperatures like the Arctic, Antarctica, and mountains higher than 5,500 meters, 18,045 feet. Their body is blue, white, gray, or black in order to be able to camouflage themselves more easily from humans among glaciers, snow, clouds, sky, dark rocks, and cold, icy deserts. They have one of the strongest wings among dragons. Strong bones hold strong muscles, and the surface is increased by skin membranes, which together make the wing more aerodynamic. Their bodies are covered with hard scales that protect them like armor, and individuals also have fur around their necks and chests as an additional layer of protection. They are quiet hunters, resourceful, nimble, and dexterous. They hunt from an ambush at night, or by quickly swooping down during the day. They feed on polar animals, nutritious plants, and humans. Due to their feeding habits, we classify them as vultures. Instead of belching fire as a deadly weapon, these dragons use a stream of thick liquid nitrogen. That liquid is so cold that it instantly freezes anything it touches. Hair mating season begins when the ice returns, at the beginning of winter. Then, in a flying ritual during which they synchronize their flight mirroring each other, they choose a partner with whom they will spend the rest of their lives. Females lay between 4 and 6 eggs per litter every 13 years. Their life expectancy is 880 years, but few actually live to it due to the low percentage of survival in childhood. Parents keep only the strongest and best offspring, killing the others who do not meet these standards. And additionally, they die during the following periods of life, mostly in mutual fights. People kill them in poaching because parts of their bodies are used in the practice of rituals from folklore and medicine. Western ice dragons are silent, lithe, agile, and powerful. The traits they have are mysteriousness, self-deprecation, faithfulness, resourcefulness, intelligence, strictness, and seriousness. Western forest dragons live in evergreen and deciduous forests, as well as rainforests. Their hideouts are stone caves at the foot of mountains, treetops, or underground dens hidden by moss, low plants, and vegetation. They can be green, brown, gray, and black in color, and of all sizes depending on the habitat in which they are found. The smallest specimens are in the rainforests, and the largest are in the taigas. The type of body varies from species to species. Some have scales, and some have fur. A combination of the two is not rare. Their wings are light and small in comparison to other dragons. They are covered with feathers, fur, or leather. Different combinations in appearance help them to hide better in the world. These creatures can blend into an endless line of trees or fern bushes. It would be difficult to find them even on the vast meadows and on the banks of rivers and streams. They are nocturnal hunters and sleep during the day. They wait for their prey hidden in an ambush and attack when they are least expected. They feed on mammals, reptiles, fish. They eat nutritious plants and humans. They are the only species of dragon that do not belch toxic compounds. Instead, the rainforest species release poison in the same manner as snakes and frogs, while the larger species rely solely on their size and strength. At the beginning of spring, they start looking for partners. Males try to impress females by winning fights with other suitors, or by impressing them with their looks. They mate on the ground, and the couple stays together for life. During their lifetime, females hatch from 1,000 to 18,000 eggs, and they can lay 2 to 15 eggs per litter, depending on the subspecies, climatic conditions, and safety of the habitat. Their life expectancy is 120 to 700 years, although most do not survive beyond 500. Cubs are raised by mothers, while fathers take on the responsibility of protecting the family. Smaller species live in groups, so they raise young together. Their poison, although deadly, can be used to make medicines and antidotes, so they are a constant target of human hunters. People make jewelry from horns, scales, claws, and other things. Only those worthy of it are allowed to wear it. Western forest dragons are cuddly, slim, agile, and funny. The traits they have are childish, clumsy, playful, shy, caring, empathetic, but dangerous and powerful. Western water dragons live in the great rivers and lakes and submerged caves of North and South America, as well as in the seas and oceans surrounding those two continents. They hide in the murky waters and depths of the sea. They can be dull brown, dark gray, and dark blue. They have swimming skins on their palms and a thick, long tail. They have wings, but they aren't that useful. They don't have hard shells, but a hard leather cover over their bodies. Their appearance is completely adapted to life in water. They can fit into different environments, whether it is a coral reef or a rocky bottom. The fastest speed achieved by swimming is 125 kilometers per hour. They use several hunting strategies, one of which is to drive their prey from the depths towards the surface, which makes it appear as if it has been cornered. They feed on fish, shellfish, algae, and humans. They release air bubbles through their noses to stun their enemies or prey. They also squirt water through their mouths with different pressures. They mate in the summer when the water is the warmest. The female buries the eggs in the warm sand of the shallows and guards them until they hatch. A small percentage of the eggs hatch. From 500 eggs, about 50 hatchlings will probably hatch successfully, and 20 of them will reach adulthood. If they survive, they can live up to 1,200 years. The younger dragons respect the old dragons so much that if they meet them, they give them their meal and provide protection to the older dragon as long as their paths cross. For people, these dragons are just a legend because few survived the shipwrecks, and those who managed to survive told such incredible stories that people refuse to fully believe them. Western water dragons are rare, wise, lithe, and tough. The qualities that adorn them are determination, strictness, seriousness, calm, and mysteriousness. Western land dragons are dragons that live in desert areas, mountain ranges, Andes, Himalayas, Cordillera, in southern Africa and Australia. Their body is painted in various earth tones from black and brown to yellow and cream. In terms of size, they are the largest among the Western dragons, excluding those that live in deserts. They mostly move on the ground, which is why their tail is longer and thicker. On narrow cliffs and sharp turns when running, it serves as a counterweight to balance. Because of the lack of water in desert areas, the dragons that live there can absorb water through their skin from the soil and from the humidity of the air to stay hydrated. They are omnivores. They can eat bugs, reptiles, mammals, low plants, and people. They hunt from an ambush, waiting for their prey on high ground, and then they jump on it from above. For desert dragons, the mating season lasts throughout the year, while for mountain dragons, the season is in early spring, while the snow is still melting from the peaks. They meet their partners at a meeting that marks the choreography of both sides and ends in a melody with a coordinated roar. Females lay between 7 and 11 eggs per litter, but not all of them hatch. Weather conditions condition survival, which is why dragons cannot hatch from laid eggs for years. Western Earth dragons are tough, hard, strong, and dangerous. Their traits are seriousness, strictness, anger, perfectionists, and frightening. Western fire dragons are dragons that live in areas with volcanic activity, volcanoes, and areas with large amounts of sulfur. Their body is painted black with some spots of dark red, but they can also be different shades of gray. They are of average size and differ from other Western dragons in their ability to belch fire. They hide in volcanic vents and caves. They often come into conflict with humans because of the fertile soil of the volcanoes, suitable for agriculture, on which humans are settled. They are carnivores that feed on all kinds of animals and humans. In their direct hunting, they use fire belching. Their fire reaches terrifying high temperatures. The mating season for Western dragons lasts all summer. Males bring female stones with as many minerals and crystals as possible in order to amaze them with the wealth of their territory. They have 10 eggs per litter. They incubate them in a nest made of rounded volcanic hot stones. The chicks hatch after 7 months of incubation. Western dragons gained their popularity through fairy tales, movies, and legends where they guard the gold and property of powerful supreme rulers. Western fire dragons are strong, heavy, tough, and gigantic. Their characteristics are aggressiveness, stubbornness, strictness, greed, and dangerousness. Thank you for watching.